praise, praise, praise to your holy name. Everyone, raise your arms right where you stand. No matter if you're in your vehicle, in your bedroom, or heading to your job, the presence of the Almighty Creator is here with us. Many of you have joined us this evening not by chance. The adversary attempted to prevent your arrival. There were jams on the road, hold-ups, obstacles. Yet the divine force insisted you needed to be present. Let me hear a chorus of affirmation from the audience, because this very night marks your moment of freedom. This is your evening of rescue. This is your time for a major shift. This evening, bonds will shatter. Keep that attitude of preparedness. A number of you arrived carrying immense loads. Some came facing circumstances that endanger your future. Others showed up exhausted. But I'm hearing the divine voice declare that this night, the torment ends right now. The threats cease immediately. The ridicule stops at once. Before diving deeper into what the divine has placed in my spirit, I need to emphasize this plainly. If you're viewing this through the internet or hearing it at a later time, don't treat it merely as facts. Accept it as a prophetic directive. And here's what I urge you to do. Distribute this teaching. Pass along this session. Send it to someone else. For the Creator revealed to me distinctly that individuals in your network, people within your circle, are suffering, fading away due to ignorance. And perhaps the divine has placed you as a vessel of salvation in their existence. So if you feel the nudge of the sacred energy, even as this unfolds, forward it to that individual whose identity just popped into your thoughts, to that relative, to that companion, because what the divine is set to accomplish here this night surpasses our understanding. You know, prior to flipping open your scriptures or entering into supplication, there are key principles you need to grasp. Through my time in service, I've discovered that grasping the essence of your conflict helps you select the right tools to use. Let me direct you to the scriptures in Genesis. Genesis chapter 4. We'll start from verse 6. Genesis 4, 6-7. The text states, "Then the Eternal spoke to Cain, why this fury and why the downcast expression? If you act rightly, won't you be welcomed? But if you act wrongly, wrongdoing lurks at the entrance, craving you, yet you must dominate it." Pay close attention to a vital element in this passage. It mentions wrongdoing lurks at the entrance. In the original language, lurks translates to something akin to crouching, like a beast poised to leap. It describes an entity that's not idle, but vigorously observing, patiently anticipating, eagerly seeking a chance. There's a level of otherworldly conflict that numerous followers remain unaware of. And the scriptures in Hosea 4:6 declare, "My followers perish due to absence of insight, not from insufficient devotion, not from skipping meals and fasting, not from missing gatherings, but from lacking awareness." Pay close heed this evening. The theme of this session is this: supplication nullifies whatever trailed you into 2025. It's crucial to comprehend that certain ethereal truths pursue individuals not due to their wickedness, not their transgressions, not their unholiness, but owing to pacts, sacred platforms, lineage connections, designated tasks. Consider what the text in Proverbs 26:2 conveys. "As a darting bird, as a soaring dove, so an unprovoked malediction won't settle. Authority in the utterance." This implies that behind every ethereal affliction in someone's existence, there's a legitimate basis. There's a valid foundation. There's an authorized entry. And unless you uncover that valid foundation, you could supplicate endlessly and only gain fleeting respite. You understand, spiritual conflicts have layers. There's the direct clash where you battle the visible. But there's tactical engagement where you address origins, bases, authorized entries. Now, grasp this about the idea of trailing in the ethereal domain. When an entity is tasked to trail you, it signifies it holds authorized entry into your chronology. It indicates a sacred platform is vocalizing. It suggests a pact is active. It points to an open portal. And plenty of followers are combating mere signs. Heed my words closely. The scriptures in Exodus 25 state, "For I, your eternal deity, am a possessive deity. imposing the sins of the ancestors on the offspring up to the third and fourth lineage of those who despise me. This unveils the concept of inherited passage. In the ethereal realm, what your forefather bound himself to might still resonate in your era. What your distant ancestress vowed to could still assert rights in your heritage. The sacred site your parent erected might still require offerings in your existence. That's why you observe repetitions of destitution, repetitions of postponement, repetitions of loss in pregnancy, repetitions of separation in unions, repetitions of ailments, repetitions of collapse just before triumph. These aren't ordinary repetitions, they're ethereal repetitions. And they're ethereal because there's an ethereal source. But here's wonderful tidings for you this night. The scriptures in Galatians 3:13 affirm, the Messiah has liberated us from the malediction of the code, becoming a malediction on our behalf. For it's recorded, accursed is all who dangle from a beam. This signifies the valid foundation has been shattered, the pact has been invalidated, the malediction has been annulled, the sacred site has been demolished. Yet you need to claim what the Messiah achieved. You see, numerous followers possess theoretical triumph, but lack practical triumph. They're positioned in celestial realms with the Messiah, yet enduring loss on this planet. Since there's a gap between what's offered and what's obtained, the cause I named this session, this supplication nullifies. What trailed you in 2025 is that I perceive intensely in my inner being that ethereal entities have been designated to people's chronologies. Some of you stepped into 2025 with hopes. You arrived with aspirations. You came with foretellings. But from the start of the year until this moment, it's been one ordeal after another, one struggle following the next, one letdown succeeding the prior. And you're pondering what's occurring. Allow me to explain. There's an entity trailing your chronology. There's a task opposing your period. There's an entity dispatched to thwart your endeavors. And that entity could be one of postponement, of disarray, of downgrade, of rejection. But this evening, we'll offer supplications of nullification. You know, nullify is a term from law. To nullify is to invalidate. To nullify is to render ineffective. To nullify is to withdraw. To nullify is to end. And in the ethereal domain, when you function with comprehension of ethereal lawfulness, you can nullify tasks, nullify edicts, nullify rulings. The scriptures address this in Colossians 2:14. Having erased the script of demands opposing us, which contradicted us, and he removed it from the path, affixing it to the execution device. What's the script of demands? It's referring to ethereal records, ethereal edicts, ethereal rulings inscribed against your existence. But thanks to the divine, the Messiah carried them to the execution device. And upon his demise there, every lawful record against you was nullified. Yet you must implement what? Been accomplished. Now, let's explore the notion of trailing further. In Judges 9:4, the text mentions idle and irresponsible individuals who trailed Abimelech. In 2 Samuel 22, it describes how Israel's males ceased trailing David. In 1 Kings 18:18, Elijah tells Ahab, "You've abandoned the divine's directives and trailed the Baals." The idea of trailing is both ethereal and tangible. What trails you dictates what locates you. If scarcity trails you, shortage will locate you. If illness trails you, malady will locate you. If demise trails you, calamity will locate you. But if grace trails you, chances will locate you. If empowerment trails you, advancement will locate you. If celestial messengers trail you, wonders will locate you. Heed closely. David grasped this concept. Hence, in Psalm 23:6, he proclaimed, "Indeed, benevolence and compassion will trail me every day of my existence, and I'll reside in the divine's abode eternally." David wasn't merely poetic. He was issuing a foretelling statement. He was shaping his ethereal environment. He was deciding what could trail his existence. Every person has an ethereal escort, entities trailing you, entities designated to your existence. Celestial beings overseeing your path. Let me outline various entities that can trail someone. First, ethereal beings can trail someone. The text in Mark 5 describes a man possessed by a foul entity that had trailed him for ages, leading him to dwell among graves. Some of you have ethereal beings trailing your lineage across eras. Entity of scarcity, entity of desire, entity of rage, entity of arrogance. And wherever you venture, that entity appears. Second, maledictions can trail someone. The scriptures in Deuteronomy 28 state that favors will approach and surpass you if you comply. But maledictions will approach and surpass you if you defy. Surpass means to pursue until capture. Some of you have maledictions pursuing your heritage. And whenever a family member nears success, that malediction surpasses them. Third, repercussions can trail someone. The text in Galatians 6:7 warns, don't fool yourselves. The divine isn't ridiculed, for what one plants, that one harvests. Some of you, what's trailing you is the outcome of what you planted unknowingly, in defiance, in your history, and now it's trailing into your current. Fourth, pacts can trail someone. In Joshua 9, the Israelites formed a pact with the Gibeonites. Though deceptive, that pact trailed them through eras. Some of you, your distant forefather formed a pact with the sanctuary. Your ancestress committed a family member to a god. Your parent vowed to an icon. And despite your renewal, despite being imbued with the sacred energy, that pact still trails you, since pacts don't lapse with transformation. They require shattering through insight. Fifth, postponements can trail someone. In Daniel 10, Daniel supplicated and abstained for 3 weeks. The messenger revealed, from day one, you sought understanding, your pleas were noted, but a holdup occurred. The ruler of Persia resisted for 21 days. Some of you, what's trailing you is postponement. Your favor is prepared. Your advancement is ready. Your wonder is en route. But an entity is hindering it. A power is obstructing it. A strength is opposing it. Sixth, assaults can trail someone. In Acts 16, Paul and Silas were trailed by an entity of fortune-telling for days until Paul faced it and expelled it. Some of you, what's trailing is assault. Assault on your well-being, on your union, on your offspring, on your enterprise, on your fate. And you're questioning why this befalls me? It's due to an entity trailing you, tasked with assaulting you. In the ethereal domain, trailing entities have precise tasks. Here are 7 tasks of trailing entity. Eyes. Task 1, to oversee. The text in Job 1:7 has the adversary telling the divine, I've roamed the land, traversing it back and forth. This is oversight language. This is surveillance talk. Some of you have entities tasked to oversee your existence, to detect impending success for blockage, to spot upcoming elevation for downgrade. Task 2, to postpone. From Daniel 10, the Persian ruler postponed Daniel's response. Some entities aren't tasked for ruin, they're for postponement, to cause season misses, opportunity losses. Task 3, to divert. In Nehemiah 6, while reconstructing the barrier, Sanballat and Tobiah tried diverting him with meetings. They sought his dissent from the task. Some entities divert from your calling, busying you with irrelevancies, shifting focus wrongly. Task 4, to tarnish. Those same figures spread falsehoods about Nehemiah, challenging his honesty, assaulting his reputation. Some of you have a tarnishing entity trailing. Wherever you turn, your reputation suffers. Not from actions, but from ethereal voices opposing you. Task 5, to exclude. In Zechariah 3, Joshua stood before the divine's messenger with the adversary opposing at his side, highlighting soiled attire to exclude him. Some of you have an excluding entity, making you sense inadequacy, doubt your summons. Task 6, to ruin. John 10:10 states, the robber arrives to pilfer, slay, ruin, but I arrive for abundant existence. Some trailing entities aim to ruin unions, offspring, well-being, fates. Task 7, to engulf. 1 Peter 5:8 advises sobriety, alertness. As your foe prowls like a fierce beast, hunting who to engulf. Engulf means total consumption. Some trailing entities seek to consume happiness, tranquility, witness, heritage. But I foretell to someone here this night, what trailed to engulf you will be engulfed by divine flames. What trailed to ruin you will be ruined by supreme might. What trailed to postpone you will be surpassed by celestial velocity. The scriptures provide methods for handling trailing entities. Method 1, recognition. You must recognize what's trailing. In Mark 5, the Messiah inquired the fiend's identity, and it replied, Legion, as we're numerous. You can't expel the unrecognized. You can't shatter the unseen. Some fight blindly, striking illusions. Seek the sacred energy. What's trailing me? What's this entity's identity? What's this repetition's source? Method 2, challenge. Post-recognition challenge. James 4:7 instructs, yield to the divine. Oppose the foe, he'll escape. Some flee, conceal, evade. But this night, pivot and challenge that scarcity entity, failure entity, fear entity, desire entity. Stare it down and declare in the Messiah's authority, no room in my existence. Method 3, detachment. Post-challenge, detachment. 2 Corinthians 6:17 commands, exit their midst, detach, declares the Eternal. Avoid impurity, I'll accept you. Some trailing entities persist via links. Certain individuals are gateways to fiends. Certain locations expose to entities. Certain views grant darkness entry. Detach. Method 4, dedication. Post-detachment, dedication. Romans 12:1 urges, I implore you, siblings, via divine compassion, offer your forms as vital offerings, pure, pleasing to the divine, your logical duty. Dedicate self to the divine. Form, essence, mind, schedule, assets, bonds, all dedicated. Method 5, proclamation. Post-dedication, proclamation. Proverbs 18:21 notes, demise and vitality in tongue's might. Lovers consume its yield. Proclaim desired trailers. As David in Psalm 23, indeed benevolence and compassion trail me. Method 6, implementation. Post-proclamation implementation. Matthew 16:19 states, I'll grant heaven's realm keys. What you secure on planet secures in celestial. What you release on planet releases in celestial. Implement Messiah's triumph. Implement divine text. Implement proclamations. Now act on this. If seated, rise. If unable, hold focus. Elevate arms, adore the Eternal briefly. Sovereign, we approach your realm with sacred awe. We recognize you solely as deity. We admit without you, we're powerless. We seek compassion, compassion for us. Where we've erred, pardon. We're ignorant, illuminate. We're bound, free, hold stance. Heed these forthcoming words closely, not common terms, prophetic terms, nullification terms, liberation terms. As I utter, accept via belief. Align in essence, implement with power. I proclaim and affirm every postponement entity tasked to trail your 2025. Absorb divine flames now. Every disarray entity overseeing your paths. Absorb celestial verdict now. Every downgrade entity opposing your rise. Be immobilized by supreme might. I address every heritage entity granted entry to your heritage via pax. Your era ends. Entry withdrawn. Task nullified in Messiah's authority. I shatter every pact with aquatic entities. Shatter every pact with woodland entities. Shatter every pact with sanctuary entities. Every commitment at birth. Every offering for you. Every ceremony in your identity. I nullify via Messiah's essence. Every platform vocalizing against your existence. Ignite now. Every seer declaring verdict on your fate. Be muted now. Every sorcerer holding your identity in their sight. Absorb disarray now. I oppose known entities. Entities in your lineage for errors. Scarcity entity maintaining family shortage. Your dominance ends. Ailment entity slaying kin. Your strength shatters. Union failure entity ruining bonds in your descent. Your task ends. Every inherited malediction function in your heritage. I shatter via Messiah's power. Malediction of collapse near victory. Shatter now. Malediction of premature demise, null. Iffy now. Malediction of mind affliction, ruin now. All adversary pilfered from you, I order recovery now. Happiness recovered, tranquility recovered, well-being recovered, resources recovered, union recovered. I affirm this period you'll gain witnesses astounding you. Portals shut, ages will unlock abruptly. Chances bypassed will revert and find you. Every wicked speech against your existence, mute eternally. Every wicked gaze overseeing your advance, blind eternally. Every wicked limb extended against your fate, wither eternally. I order every fiend tasked to your existence, return to origin. Every dart launched at your fate, return to origin. Every malediction uttered on your existence, return to origin. Via Messiah's essence, I secure your safeguard. No armament shaped against you thrives. No speech rising in verdict against you condemns. You're shielded by the essence, concealed in Messiah, guarded by the Supreme. I foretell hastening in your existence. What meant for decade occurs in year. What for half decade in half year. What for year in week. I reclaim all adversary pilfered, reassert every favor rerouted, reacquire every benefit seized. Let divine messengers chase my chasers. Let divine flames engulf my foes. Let divine blade wage my fights. From now, all altars. From this instant, my narrative differs. From this supplication, my existence changes. I affirm I'm favored, I'm graced, I'm triumphant. No further halt, no further bound, no further vexation. I'm advancing, ascending, surpassing. This my period, my cycle, my moment. I secure this supplication with Messiah's essence. Secure this affirmation with divine text. Secure this proclamation with Messiah's identity. What I've supplicated this night is fixed in celestial. What I've affirmed this night is set on planet. It will occur. It's accomplished. It's complete. Now elevate arms, commence gratitude to Div. Ein. Great for deeds done, for ongoing acts, for impending acts. We offer splendor, offer adoration, offer respect. You're reliable, you're potent, you're strong. Everyone exclaim praise, 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 praise.